Everyone, and welcome to Epic 17. This is the grand final, and we've finally made it after a long weekend, but an epic weekend. And I apologise in advance, that won't be the only cringe thing I say today. This is Crossy alongside Herald, and we are watching the Infused.mix take on Barrage Esports in this weighted best of 5. So we could see this all over in 2 maps, or we could have an epic of 4.
Yeah, it's going to be a good series. The thing is, coming into this one, Infused have had a long night. They've had to battle themselves through that lower bracket with that last game last night, which it did go to 2 maps, but you know it was still quite a grind, quite a tough one. And coming into this one map down already, all the disadvantages are stacked against them. Now losing the knife round as well, coming into this pistol. No, sorry, they did actually take the knife round, so at least they're going to have the comfortable side to start on. They should be picking on that CT side, see if they can stick on, get a nice few early rounds, but right now Barrage, I would say, heavily favoured in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I was walking around the hall and having a bit of a listen, and it sounded like Dust 2 was being mentioned in the veto, and I had a feeling that if Infused could get themselves onto Dust 2, then that might sort of level things out just a little bit. But it turns out that's going to be the 3rd map. This is Infused picks. They're going to be wanting to make it on putting a strong showing here if they can. Got Barrage just pick Mirage next, so at a minimum we're going to be seeing both of those maps with Dust 2 to follow, and then Inferno as the decider if we need it. So interesting one. I think if Infused can bring it level, then they've got to be favouring themselves on Dust 2, thinking they've got a good chance, and we could see a long game out of this. But from the performance of Barrage throughout this tournament that we've seen, they are a super strong team. And straight away you've got Surreal, who's trying to get in, and they haven't really spotted him in this Infused mix team. They've trying to work a bit of strat here.
Yeah, the thing is, while he's tapping away over here, they're already onto that A site. They're already getting the plant down, and he's still not being killed. Gets himself a 3K as his teammates all going down everywhere. Now Webber, the last man alive, with armour and just a pistol. Can he get this done? He's got 4 to find, and so far it's not been too easy. Tapping away, just trying to get anything he can, and they rush him down. The nade doing enough damage so that Mole can just one-tap him with that deagle, ripping through his armour, putting that first round on the board, and Infused already looking a little bit shaky. In that pistol round, they rushed down straight away, tried to take the initiative, get the information, and instead of using that, they had 4 players rushing down B, and they all got taken down by Surreal. So this is looking a little bit shaky.
Yeah, not the best way to start. It just looked like they were trying to swing something, but it just didn't work for them because Surreal managed to cut down all of them. And that is the problem you do have when you're up against the Glocks with the P2000s, with the USPs. You can get caught out sometimes, and the Glock does overpower you. So I guess going with form, you'd expect the Terrorists to win out the first one and then win the next couple as well. Surreal able to grab himself an AK. After that, but we do have a bit of a force buy coming in from Infused, so this is a risky play to begin with. We've got a scout up, and we'll have to see if they can make that pay.
Yeah, we've seen this kind of a play throughout. They've got the confidence, so the question is, can they put it to good use? Nade comes in, does a little bit of damage, and Mole is a little bit alone here. He's got some support from Crucial, and it does come in. Tags away, Webber down to just 20 HP, and there finally does find himself Keita hiding in the corner, gets the frag, and now they're looking like a really weak force buy. And going into this could be a bit of a downfall. Their money will be ruined after this one. Now Max has to go large on the site as Surreal takes down the low player. That's Webber. Finds himself 1. Can he trade it out is the question. Can he find another? No, he can't. Can't turn it into a 2K. And so the site is given away in this force buy. And I don't even think Red Snake's going to be able to get away with his gun and armour, because they know exactly where he is. They have his location pinned down. All they have to do now is wait him out, kill him when it's easy. But to be fair to him, he does manage to take down Windansky, so he may be able to survive this one for a little bit longer. But look at this, they are chasing all day long until they find him.
And you'd expect the Red Snakes probably going to get picked up by this little pincer movement they've got going now, and he does, and they're able to keep most of their weapons as well. So good stuff from Barrage for Infused. After that force buy, they didn't really damage the economy too much of Barrage either, because they're only able to drop 2 of those weapons. So not a whole lot to come from that, and they're now looking down the barrel of a 4-0 deficit to start this on their map pick. Again, it's a difficult one to call. You could argue this is a CT-sided map, but you have to be on point with your CT defence, and from what we're seeing from Barrage, you'd expect that they are going to be very much on point with that. So any kind of lead they're able to rack up on this T side is going to be in their favour, rather than something the Infused are going to be looking at being able to take back as they stack towards the B side. Mighty Max under some serious pressure, and not for the first time he's able to come away with it.
Yeah, 19 HP getting burnt out of position. He really has very few choices in this situation. Finally gets taken down, but he did trade himself out, so that's good enough. If he can get his teammates in, get some support there. As Crucial goes down himself, Weber just trying to tap away from upper, smoked out. And now the 3 Barrage esports players that remain, they're actually quite low. So some nice taps, maybe just going for some exit frags here could work wonders for the Infused.mix. It's unlikely they're able to fully retake this one, as post-blunt situation is very strong for Barrage right now. They are in very nice positions. Crossfire established. They do go for it and trade themselves in. So the man on the site under a lot of pressure here. Mole has to come up huge, and he does, but his teammates there to help him out for the last one, taking down both of Infused and putting himself in a very good position. Barrage now 3-0 up, and as you said, they can go for the buy here, but it's not going to be very strong. They're not going to have the AWP. They're not going to have a massive amount of utility. We're even seeing a few FAMASs across the board.
Yeah, so they are going to go for it, and again, it's more pressure. If they don't manage to pick this one up, then they're back onto an deco kind of deal, upgraded pistols at best, and then suddenly you're looking at 5-0. And at this point, you're thinking, where are these rounds going to come from? Barrage, last time around, there was a chance that hold on the site could have been cut down, but they took some good positions, covered each other well when Dansky and Som had a bit of crossfire on the go, and Mighty Max like, I would pick up the first frag before Mole trades that one straight back, and you'd think that trade favours the terrorists.
Yeah, absolutely. And whatever they can get, really, that was a bit of an overpeak there from Weber. Didn't need to take that aggression. They had to pick. He could have just sat back on a smoke. Instead, takes a bit of an aggressive peek, gets caught out there by Mole on the Galil. So, not too good so far. Mole here being really economic, actually. Sticking on that Galil. Got 6k built up in the bank, so as soon as one of his teammates drops himself an AK, he can pick that one up, recover it, get that money still building while keeping a rifle. And he's doing the damage with the Galil, so if he can just keep doing that damage, it's working out for him. Why change it if it's not broken? The A play now coming in. Splitting through Squeaky, 2 in main. Only one player on the site going to be able to respond to this. That AWP of Crucial, we've seen how much damage it can do. Gets the kill, there we go, straight off the bat. No need to wait around as Surreal in mid finds one on the hut. Now 2v4 retake. This is looking really disastrous. Infused, first gun round, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not the first time that we've seen an AWP pick off that shot from behind the red boxes. I'm not really sure why the CTs are jumping there, especially with the situation as it is. 4v4, it's in favour of the terrorists. You don't want to be losing numbers there, and how are you going to pull off a jumping shot against an AWP or against a rifle or anything? And it's a very early sign as well that the Barrage players are on point. Their aim is ready to go, despite Crucial jumping in pretty much last minute with his monitor issues. And one thing we talked about yesterday that you mentioned, Harold, was that these guys won't have had the ability to warm up because the latest update kind of broke the game a little bit and they haven't been able to use it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not going to be too bad for them because they can use a few warm-up maps like, aimbots, that kind of thing. But in general, it's not going to be easy for them. They're going to have to just go into a server versus bots and see what they can get done. Unless making, I suppose they could have formed like a warm-up coalition where all the players here just get into like an internal server and shoot each other. That could work.
Yeah, that would make sense. Proper old school thing back in the day, you used to do that on LAN servers.
Yeah, so there you go, that's one solution. Go back to the past, see if it works out for you. But coming into this one, like you said, 4 rounds on the board now for Infused, and they're also getting an eco now, as they do manage to find a kill there. That's not too bad. Keita just getting one on the M4. He has recovered, saved into this one. Just managed to pass across that to Red Snake, so it's not too bad. They're going to have a pretty decent situation here. Not massively overpowering for Barrage. They should be able to overcome this relatively easily as long as they play together. Make sure they're trading. They should be just about fine, to be completely honest. But Weber here playing with fire, the AK of Surreal. Yeah. Nice crossfire on Surreal, all on his own, manages to get one. Can he get the second one? Low HP on the site. They do take him down in the end as the bomb goes down, and a nice kill from Crucial. Make sure this one isn't going to go out of the way. Now, just Cryptics left versus 4. Not going to be an easy situation whatsoever. Whether it's even just worth saving at this point. Perhaps. Maybe that will enable them to get an AWP into the next round. It's hard to say at this point, but I think he may be feeling the pressure. They're definitely not going to give it to him for free. They're giving him a bit of a chase, just making sure he can't escape. And there he gets one frag. Now he needs to just get the hell out of there. They have boosted in vent, so if they want to catch him, they're going to need to do it relatively quickly. Let's find another frag there onto Windansky. So this is getting a little bit costly now for Barrage, but finally they kill him. Mole takes him down. That's 5th round on the board for Barrage. They're looking very strong into this one, straight off the mark.
Yeah, they sure are. And if we have a little glance at the scoreboard, there's no one that's particularly running away with it. It's just a good, solid all-round team performance. We've got people sitting there with $6,000-7,000 in the bank. For an Infused.mix, they've got to buy, and with the loss bonus building up, they will be able to keep on buying, but it's how good that buy is going to be. They have managed to cobble together a double AWP setup, but no one's got head armour. Not a problem against AKs because it's a one-shot kill regardless, and one of those AWPs comes up big with Weber getting the first frag, but again, it trades back, and that trade just works for the terrorists more than it does for the CTs.
Yeah, even that meaning Surreal going to pick up the AWP, and he is very, very capable on the AWP. It's a bit of a toss-up in the Barrage Esports lineup for this event. Who's going to be AWPing? It has been crucial so far, but Surreal, he can definitely make it work. There's no doubt about it. As you said, the trade favouring the terrorists in this situation. And they're still sitting back in this default, just seeing where they can go. And Mighty Max, he really is playing with fire here. One wrong step, and he's going to find himself in the barrel of an AWP. Just depends on whether Surreal is willing to take the shot and take the life. He could even walk up behind now. Cryptic's getting a little bit close, trying to help out his teammate. Either way, this is looking like the B play. Are they going to expect such a close man from the smoke? He's got a corner to play with. Now he's going to have to do something, but he can't make it happen. Surreal takes him down, and straight away Som, not giving any room to Mighty Max, takes him out of the equation. 2v4 retake once again. Feels like every situation comes down to this 2v4 because they're getting that opening pick, trading into the site, and that's all they need to do. Winning out these rounds. Going to be putting 6 on the board, there's no doubt about it. Question is, are they going to let Cryptic save that AWP?
They can certainly try, but it's these one-on-one battles that they keep finding, and every single time it's Barrage winning the one-on-one battles. For example, it's a chance of, does the guy make a pick or does the guy hold? Cater's in some serious trouble, and he is caught by Windansky. He's going to grab that AWP as well. So that leaves 2 AWPs in the hands of the remaining 2 Barrage players that they can bounce around their team. Mole sitting there with the best part of 10k to his name. And we've now got a real scrub buy coming in. Armour all round, but we've got a P90. We talked about this yesterday. I think it's the point that you raised, is that sometimes the P90 is one of those guns that you go for when you're not really feeling it, and I think with a 6-0 deficit already, that is one of those occasions, and it's crucial straight away with the pick as he takes down Cater, trying to get some fire in to stop that boost, to stop the pick from happening, and Weber goes down as well.
Yeah, real disaster opening up into this round. Mole chiming in with one of his own, and this is where it gets really scary. This is almost the half handed to them. Crucial could find another one here, just about escaping with his life as they push up into mid. Cryptics does take down Windansky to try and even this one back out a little bit. Surreal now being boosted up. Going to find that frag nice and easy onto Cryptics. So this should be a clean up from here. Once again, we're seeing this 2 versus 4. Question is, can they get onto the site? No, Snake all the way around the back does find himself one. Are they going to be able to trade him relatively effectively? 10 HP left. 1 versus 3 now. Mighty Max, he's got a lot of work to do. Whether it's even going... every time it feels like it's not worth going for this. It's just really wrecking them. Every time they're having to save, every time the bomb's going down in a unfavourable situation, and we're not seeing any clutches because it's always something versus 4, and this really just isn't working out right now for Infused. They need to change something up.
Yeah, they do. Let's try to work out what they can change up. I guess you go for the aggressive push, but Barrage aren't putting themselves in a situation where they're going to get caught by that, and the way they're playing, you'd expect that one player might be able to handle 2 or 3 Infused players on an eco-deco type setup. They're getting picks in the mid-air as well. Mighty Max could get himself in a bit of trouble, and Crucial is sitting up there. He's just biding his time. He might end up cracking off a shot, and here we could have some trouble. Mole, it does get the leg shot onto Cater before he's taken down, and maybe this is a chance. Red Snake with 2 frags, and the numbers favouring Infused. First time we've seen this for a while in this map.
Yeah, numbers favouring them, but equipment definitely not. Windansky could find himself a frag here, will eventually. Bit of a grimy shot in the end, but Surreal looking onto Mighty Max. He finds the frag onto their headshot angle, taking down Weber and Mighty Max nice and easy, and they're just handing away this advantage that they had over peaking, allowing their heads to just be ripped clean off. And this is a little bit disappointing. They came into this one really nicely. Oh, that's a nice shot onto Windansky. Vac incoming right there, and it's all Red Snake this round. Is he going to go down? I don't know what happened there. Crucial eventually does take him nice and easy. Now just Keita left, and he can't make it happen. Taken down by the Tech 9, and it's hard to say Crucial's doing really well here because everyone's doing really well, but I'm going to say it anyway. Crucial, Surreal, they're having the game of their lives right now. This is incredible.
Yeah, Crucial just nailing picks when he needs some interesting shot from Red Snake, but he heard the reload. It turns out, which makes a lot of sense. We're not rocking games down here between us, so managed to miss that one. Got the headset up if I need it, just to check out bomb timers and that kind of thing. As Weber makes the opening pick, and it's not the first time he's had that opening pick, but then he ends up giving his life away straight away, and this time he's dropped away, used the smoke for a bit of cover, and maybe he'll be able to do a little more for us.
Yeah, getting the opening pick is pretty useful, and they've taken some really nice map control so far in this round. The question is, can they put it to good use? Can they not get completely traded and wrecked? Now, giving up that A main control that they took so early in the round for such a cost. It cost them smokes, flashbangs, all their utility really over on that A site. So if it's worth it to just fall off again, I don't know, but they have. And now keeping this 4 versus 5 situation alive. Question is Surreal just going to walk into the site, find himself a nice easy 2k? That's the question, because so far that's exactly what he's been doing. Every time they get themselves in a favourable situation, he just comes in, wrecks them and walks away again as if nothing even happened. Still 4v5 however, 45 seconds left in the round, and there we go. Just like I said, Surreal gets in there, finds a frag, takes down Weber, and now they can go wherever they like. 4 versus 4, trade into the site. Shouldn't be too difficult. Surreal is going to spot him out, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Surreal walks into the site, finds a 2k, and it just becomes a hell of a lot easier. Opens up these rounds. He may only have 10 HP, but he's given his team the site. He's given this round a much better chance of being won, even though it started off looking like Infused could actually get a footing into this one. Right now it's just not working out for them. Som on the backlines takes down Mighty Max once again. 2 versus 4 retake situation. This seems to be every round, or every other round, this is happening. This is really not looking good for them. And it wasn't looking good before the game started, but now that the game has started and it's about to be 9-0, this is really looking disastrous.
It is. And Infused map pick as well. First map pick, you think, right, 1-0 down from the advantage. You've got to make something count here, and it's now left with Jay, last man standing, trying to survive. 3-man for Surreal, and you can just show how ready to go these guys are. He took one straight in the face from Red Snake and was able to flick and still make the kill. Which is pretty impressive stuff, and Surreal is leading the charge for his team, 15-3, and we were saying a couple of rounds ago, no one really taking this game over. I think Surreal is now wanting to step up to the plate and do that for his team and really hammer this advantage home. Still, Cash is there for a bit of a scrub buy, but I don't know, what's the plan? Do they lose one more, go for an eco and get a proper buy-in? It's probably not going to make any odds because they're making AWP picks. Weber's done some half-decent work with it, but then they're not capitalising on anything. They're just giving it away and losing the advantage. So,
yeah, the problem is you can have all the money in the world. If you can't put it to good use and get the frags, then it's not going to do anything for you. Really nice boost here coming out. Cryptix could really catch them off guard. Finds himself one. Can he trade it into a second one? No, he can't. Crucial spins around, takes his head clean off. Puts it back into a 4 versus 4, but they've given themselves some good info. This has enabled Keita to push all the way through. But he may be caught out here. Windansky watching the angle. He's definitely aware that some tricksiness could be going on. The bomb's still down in T-spawn here. This is getting a little bit risky at this point, and I think it may have been spotted. Keita, is he going to figure out what's going on here? There's definitely some potential to see that bomb. Someone needs to go back and get it. So either way, Keita's getting caught out. Question is, can he get himself some frags before that happens? The flash is perfect, gets the kill, but now Keita's position is irrelevant in a 3v4 situation. So, can they make this work? They have the B site absolutely free right now, but they haven't got the bomb. This is the biggest problem. Surreal, he's walked onto the site, he's found no one as Windansky gets one frag, traded straight out, Mole going down, but Surreal from behind gets one. Now, bomb down in T-spawn. Question is, has he got time to get back, get planting? I don't know. I don't actually think there's enough time in this one. A little bit sloppy.
Glad to go for the frags, but yeah, silly mistake. I don't know if that changed the way they were going to approach that. I think they had a little tactic on the go. Surreal was going to throw misdirection over towards B while they set up for the A plant, and it might have worked perfectly had they brought the bomb with them. And it's like he's on his way in. No, not quite. Narrowly missed it, only a few seconds in. Oh no, he can get that. Yeah, he got it.
Oh wow, if Surreal wins this round, I will be beyond gobsmacked. This is incredible. That timing is perfect. He just gets it, but he can't manage to get that spray. Getting taken down there by Red Snake. Really nice round. Unfortunately, just not quite enough. Almost getting it, but not. In the end, it wasn't quite enough. So, it did a lot of work there. Got the bomb plant, and it is the first round on the board now for Infused. Question is, this is going to be economy reset. Can they hold on after this? Can they keep getting a few rounds together? Or is Barrage just going to roll them over and do everything again and get them a really nice T-side here? They've already won the half, 9-6 at least, even if Infused win out for the rest of it, which honestly I don't think is going to happen.
No, and then we can have the good old-fashioned money reset here if Barrage are able to come through with it, which with the way they're playing it seems fairly unlikely. For those of you that are asking about changing of the crosshair, I am changing it, but that looks horrible. How am I going to kill anything with... yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, whatever keeps the audience happy, but I'm going to have to change back to my good old-fashioned green, I think, before I try and play any more games.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, actually. I feel like if you went up against... If you played Nuke, because everything's blue now, you might lose your crosshair. So that could be a bit of a disaster, but I'm sure you'll figure out a way around that. Windansky opening this round up with a nice little frag there onto Cryptics. It's a good way to start, especially to reset the economy of Infused, and that's going to be a massive problem, actually. They're going to have absolutely nothing, and they're having trouble doing anything when they've got a full buy, so what they can do with pistols is beyond me. However, it's a bit of an A stack. They've got a lot of information over towards B, so they can put two players, even in this full situation, they can put two players over there, relatively comfortable with one on mid. Looking in now, it's a very quick mid push coming up, and Surreal could catch out at least two players here. No, he's not going to get the second one, as Keita finally going down, does get the trade, however, onto Windansky. This is what I'm talking about, they're just trading into the site. Red Snake in a really nice position, finds himself one, taking down Som, but he should be traded straight out, and there we go, Mold straight in, flying through smoke, takes him down, and now 2 versus 3. A bit of an unfavourable situation, they have to rotate over, and this could be a very tough retake, but it's so important that Infused win this one. They have no chance to save this, they have to go for it, because if they do, it doesn't matter if they save. The money's going to be so bad, they might as well have not bothered. Next, just going in, gets one, traded straight out, of course, and Surreal. You can always rely on that man to get a kill when he finds one. And Weber going down as the last. That's going to be 10 rounds on the board now for Barrage. Only one for Infused, and complete money reset. They have absolutely no money right now. This is really worrying. And as far as a best of 5 series goes, with a 1-map advantage already on the side of Barrage from coming from that upper bracket final, I don't know about this.
No, I think this is just Gunster trolling with the settings, but Windansky in the mid, and this is far too easy. He's in there just cracking off shots. It's not exactly the best rifle control that we've seen all tournament. Like we were focusing on Soms on Dust 2 yesterday, and we saw just a fraction of it there, but Windansky's got the ability just to stand there, firing off shots into mid with several players there, and not some of the best Sheik we'll ever see from him, but he's got 2 frags out of it. Infused just can't handle this, but they do have the pistols, I guess. You could maybe say that, but on a pistol, you've got to use that numbers advantage, if nothing else, because you've not got the firepower.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The problem is, right now, they may not have another chance. This is their last chance to get some firepower rolling. After this, they're never going to have enough money to get the AWP on Weber again this half. Weber, he's only had the AWP a few times, maybe 1, 2, 3 times, and every time he has had it, he's put it to good use. Unfortunately, their economy's just been so weak this entire half. He's just not been able to put it to solid long use, and this is a really nice push coming out. Does win out against Windansky. Question is, can they win out against the rest? No. Crucial finds himself the first frag, but straight back in there. Cryptics getting himself 1 frag as well, getting that second. Now 2 versus 4, this time in the favour of the Infused mix. And they should be able to turn this into a round. Surreal, 1 versus 4. The bomb down all the way across the map. This should not be a doable one for him. Does get the tag off there. And actually, they are all relatively low, so there's potential for him to get a few frags in this, but winning should be out of the question. Still tagging away. He's been put down to just 67 HP, and the AWP, the second AWP on that CT side, bearing down upon him. They know where he is now. This should be impossible. And there we go. Keita takes him down in the end with the AWP and puts the second round on the board for Infused. Still not enough. If you get two, if they get the rest of the rounds in this, 2 more rounds, they get 11-4. It's still not enough. They're still going to have to go onto their T side, really uncomfortable, and really grind out quite a bit.
Yeah, and of course there's the danger that if they end up dropping this one, they get reset, and then they're sitting on 13-2. One pistol round is going to completely seal the deal if they don't pick up. Kato might have the chance. He misses the shot as Surreal barreling straight into the site. Mighty Max picks him up, but that's Weber going down. That's the AWP down. And again, it's a positive trade. But Red Snake's starting to get into the game now. He's starting to pick up a few frags. It seems like he's winning some of his individual battles now. So maybe this game's starting to heat up.
Yeah, catching him all there, flying through the vent. No, sorry, through the smoke. Trying to get to the vents, get a quick flank onto that B site. Not going to work out for him. Some here weary of the flank from Weber up in the vents. Just making sure he's not going to get too easily caught out. Or not Weber. Weber is dead. He probably wouldn't be flanking from anywhere. Instead it is Red Snake. But still, the CTs, they should have the advantage here until Windansky takes it straight back in their favour. Mighty Max on the AWP. Can he make it happen? They are looking like they're going to be looking towards B, perhaps. It's tough to call right now. They are going mid, so maybe this opens up their play. They can go anywhere off this. Just depends how they're feeling, what their vibe is, what the gist. Looks like just a bit of mid control, and it may be a vent split. This is very difficult to call because they're just going everywhere right now. Cryptics, he may have a read on what's going on, and just running away at the wrong time. This is an interesting B split because it's splitting from the wrong way. I like this. I like the way they're doing this, and it gives them the advantage. Take down Mighty Max. Don't give him that AWP angle that he really wanted. And this is really pretty disastrous, especially with that man in the back lines. Only 10 seconds left in the round, and there we go. Windansky takes down one, but that's all he needed to do. Takes down the AWPer. There we go. This could be the end. Crucial, down to 15 HP there. Does survive with his life. Can Keita get in here and do some damage? It's definitely not going to be easy. He's got some and Crucial to contend with. Som getting a nice position, catches him off guard, takes him down. Missed smoke is all it took. And Barrage are just barreling through this one like a bull in a Counter-Strike shop.
Good reference. And yeah, Som just managed to sneak into the angle at just the right time, completely blind. So good map awareness there and good presence of mind to do that. And it's exactly what's happened. Infused have won themselves the 2 rounds that they have won, and they've got themselves reset straight away. So pending a disaster or an aggressive push here, then we're probably going to see this over. And you see that they were tempted to go for a full-on push, but Keita is able to pick up one, and Crucial with the TK taking down Windansky. Strange way to bring it even, and Crucial trying to do something there, but he pushes in, loses the bomb, completely blind AWP in hand. Maybe not the best choice, but for once I've actually got some rounds to play with.
Yeah, it's a bit of an MM play that from Crucial, which is a little bit disappointing to see. But still, 2 versus 3. This is very doable. Weber could catch out Mole here, and he will. Takes him down, nice and slow. And now Surreal, 1 versus 3. Again, in this situation, not particularly favourable. Not going to be easy, but this is slightly more doable than the last one. 32 HP on the board. Are they going to give him the opportunity to clutch it? Are they going to give him the clutch ability? I don't think it's going to be easy.
No, I don't think this is quite within Surreal's reach, to be honest, even though he's no doubt top of the scoreboard. Going to make a play on it, may as well. Final round. And he's caught very quickly. Let's take a quick look at the scores. Surreal dropped a first half 20 bomb, 21-7, with the rest of his teammates playing a good support role, getting them the 12-3. So that's going to put Barrage in a position where if they can win the pistol, they have probably got the draw on this map well and truly in the bag. But winning the pistol, CT side on any map really, with the P250 or P2000s and USPs against the Glocks, it's not a given.
Yeah, the thing about the Glocks is you can just force it down. You can force the engagement, keep on running and running and running, barreling on down, and with the power of numbers, eventually you will get there. Interesting buy coming out. All armour across the board for Barrage. No utility whatsoever. They just want to pop heads right now, and I think that's exactly what they'll do. Really nice play there from Crucial. I don't know if you saw that, but he just stood in the way of the smoke, so it couldn't land on point, and that means he gets a little advantage right there. Taking the shots there onto Red Snake. Finally does win out, but Weber should have his position pinned down. Should be able to get that frag over. Windansky here is going to be the man that's contested. 11 HP there. How he got out of that situation, I have no idea. But Windansky finding one, looking for a second, not quite connecting. Finally does. And now this is just tap, tap, tap. Who can get the most headshots? And Crucial, they're just letting him do so much work. A 3k in that round, 2k on just 11 HP. Really nice work. He's going large. Surreal. It's hard to call anyone out right now because they're all just doing really good work. Windansky on 14 kills. This is just Barrage going off, honestly. This could be the end of this game.
It's pure confidence. And my instinct when I've got a pistol in hand on CT site is to try and get in close. So I'd be charging in, trying to make those shots. But with Barrage, they're doing the opposite. They're dropping back, they're creating the angle, and they're favouring themselves to make the headshots. And they are, as we got Crucial going huge in the mid area. He's one of those players that likes to float around a bit, and that is exactly what he's doing. He's switching up his positions. He's making full use of the map. And again, he's picked himself up another frag, and they're deciding, no, we don't really want to be going there now.
Yeah, just getting picked apart wherever they go right now. They do manage to get that frag onto Windansky, but they've seen the bomb, they know it's down. All they have to do, rotate in. They've got the man advantage in this one. The force bite not really working out for them too far into this one. Som does go down with a nice shot there from that Deagle of Mighty J, that being Cryptics, but it's a clean-up job. The P90 kicks in, Mole takes 2, and Crucial with one of his own. 3 to 14, no money whatsoever. They may be able to go into the next one with a bit of a buy, try and play for overtime, but do you think they'll get there? Do you think they'll get to overtime at this point?
I don't think it's looking likely, and they're going for an upgraded pistol strat here with head armour, but I'm not sure that was the right play, because by doing that, if you don't pick it up, you're pretty much condemning yourself to be doing the same thing again to try and fight for it. And I think they are sort of giving a final roll of the dice with this, if anything, and Crucial's got some action from Weber. He's trying to crack off a shot, but it's Crucial coming out on top. Good little rifle control, couple of bursts, aiming for the head, which he does find, and we've got some action here. The P90 for Mole, that could do some serious damage against these Tech 9s. He needs to unleash those 50 bullets onto the on-rushing players, and it's not looking good for him. Crucial might have some action, and he's going to flash himself out of there. Not the first time he's had to do this already in the very early stages of the second half, just get himself out, survive, live to fight another day.
Yeah, there, Peter getting the advantage, takes down one. Open that for his team. Can they get the advantage? Yes, they can. Som taking down one, but not allowed, that's a word, to do too much more. Surreal there, just tapping away, does get the frag. Almost in. He's going to have to put that Molotov down to finish him off. As Mighty J just burning away on the site. He does get the bomb down, so take him on for the team. And Red Snake, the last alive, finds one, but he's got 2 more to find, and he's very low on HP. They can try and just smoke him off here, go for the defuse. They've got kit, they've got plenty of utility to play with. What they have to do now is wait for him to get aggressive, and Windansky finds him. You're not getting cheeky with Windansky. Too much experience there. And the defuse comes in. Barrage, match point. No money for Infused.mix. Let's move on to the second map.
Yeah. And the scary thing is, this was Infused pick. So, let's throw that out there. So, next map is going to be Mirage, and I think we'll be seeing this after this round. Real scrub buy. Actually, it's not a bad buy, all things considered. Got a scout up. Mighty Max might be able to do some damage with that. We've got armour all around, apart from Weber, who's gone for the AK instead. A little bit utility as well, and Red Snake's able to pick up a frag, as is Weber. So we've got the dual AWP set up at the CTs, and Som's already picking up one, taking down Weber, but numbers favouring the terrorists. And they're going to, oh, what a shot from Windansky though, and that's the bomb down.
Yeah, they had an advantage in this one. Problem is, it's been taken straight back. Windansky getting aggressive there, wins out, and now Som just trying to make it happen. Kita finds one, traded straight back out, of course. Som taking one down. 2 versus 2 now. This is for the game. This is for the map. If they lose this one, it could be it. It could be the end. 2 on 2. The bomb ready to go down. They have full A-site control in this. The question is, can they put it to good use? They still aren't quite aware where they're going. It's hard to see where they're going to be going at this point. The CTs, of course. The boost could have been caught out there. Keita not quite seeing the boost was going on. And Mole, how was he allowed to stay alive in that situation? 7 HP on the board. Problem is, he's still alive, and that's going to mean they're still a 2v2 situation. They could have had for themselves a 1-on-2. You know, potentially even found some as well if he went for the trade frag. But instead, they allow him to live. They don't chase that frag down. And so Barrage, 15 rounds. They really need to do something. Infused. They really need to do something. This frag onto Mole could be done if he doesn't get the quicker aim. Not going to work out for him this time, but now it's Som versus 1. Can he make it happen? No. Keita keeps his team in it for at least one more round.
Yeah, he sure does. And you know, I just had a feeling that was going to get picked up by Barrage. Then even in that situation, there's just for Som to flick to both players, and he narrowly managed to pick it up. But it doesn't quite happen, and it is going to be 15-4 then. A little bit of a look at the dollar, and Barrage going for upgraded pistols this time around. Not enough cash to put a full buy together, and they're going for a mid-push.
Yeah, just trying to get this round out of the way. They have the rounds to play with. They don't need to force it up. Why not just go for something a little bit different? It's a throwaway round. You're not going to get too much out of it, whatever happens. Cryptic's there just trying to tap away, trying to find a frag. Site is going to be given up relatively easily. No frags coming in so far. Mole does find himself one on that USP. And recovers an AK to find another one. Mole just causing havoc wherever he goes, as Som finds on as well with an Eagle, puts it into a 2 versus 2. This is when it starts to get a little bit dangerous. Finally, they put Mole down. That's the Deagle out of their hands. All they should be doing now, they have plenty of time. Go B. Don't even risk this one. It's good to see they're not playing the really risky play. Red Snake does manage to get a tag off, but that's about all he's going to get. Som does recover the M4, but he shouldn't be really allowed to win this one. No armour. But they are keeping them honest. They're keeping Infused unable to put that AWP up. Get Weber onto the AWP, because you know it's such a fierce weapon. As of yet, they haven't been able to put him onto that, especially with the money situation being as it is. Barrage keeping them so honest. This isn't looking too good. Infused, even if they get this round, they have so many more. They need 10 consecutive rounds in order to force the overtime here, and I just don't see it.
It's a real tough ask from such a strong team as Barrage, as they've already started to show. Going for a save here, Som, so he's going to keep that AK ready to go for the next round. Grab himself some armour. I'm sure he's got the cash to do that. Yeah, he does. And we're going to be seeing Barrage back on the buy. Let's see what they can do with this round. Unless Som gets hunted down. But I don't think Infused are going to go for it. Again, things not looking too hot for them either as far as cash goes, so they don't want to be throwing away weapons at this stage. 15-5, are we going to see anything different from Barrage? They're going to start to panic? I would suggest it's nowhere near the point of panicking.
No, I think that was their one eco, because there's no need to try and force the issue. So they take the eco on the chin. They've been going for the double eco. This is actually really disciplined from Barrage. They get a few pistols upgraded. Som, of course, puts a bit of armour on his side, as he did manage to recover that AK-47. Whatever damage they can do here will be good enough. That's all they really need going for this one. A bit of damage done. Keep the AWP off Weber. And that should be enough for them. Only one man on B, so should be relatively easy for Infused if they can just push in, figure out what's going on. But that was a very nice push. They've actually found the bomb here. The CT's in a really nice advantage. Surreal, if he can find this frag, he can't. Just getting tapped away by Mighty Max on that Glock. And they're taking the B site, but they haven't got the bomb over there. That's the problem. Som there just trying to walk through a smoke. Not going to work out for him in the end. Finally, Mighty Max being able to escape the clutches of those hungry CTs. Finally does get to the site, just Windansky and Crucial remaining. Set up Smags here, frags, see what they can find, maybe recover a weapon. There's not too much to be done in this round. Crucial now, 1 versus 4, 23 HP, and the Eagle, not going to happen. So, very, very disciplined here from Barrage, taking the double eco on the chin. Should be going into this one with a very, very decent buy. They can have whatever they need. Should even be putting the AWP out. Not sure who's going to be picking that up. Looks like Som. Not going for, oh, he's going for an M4 actually, so yeah, no AWP on the board just yet. Barrage, they're just playing this one safe, playing it comfortable, whatever they want to do, they can do right now.
Yeah, full utility in the bag. and push on from there. Weber has the chance to make a play on mid, but isn't able to do so. And they're going to try and get this mid control if they can. Barrage players taking a little peek in there, but not committing too much to it, not committing fully. Surreal's got a little bit aggressive in the A storage. Going to try and do some real damage to Mighty Max, who... does he get tagged? No, he doesn't. It looks like he was pretty close, though, as when Dansky's picked up a frag as well.
Yeah, Cryptics has managed to trade it out there onto Surreal, but straight back in their favour. Som taking down Weber and the bomb down in enemy territory. 1 versus 4. This is very difficult. Keita has a lot of work to do if he wants to keep his team in this one. And if he believes in the comeback, he needs to do it right now. Getting tapped away by Crucial. Crucial just being completely aggressive. Gets the headshot through the box in the end. And that's all it took. Game 2-0 up now in this best of 5. Coming in with that upper bracket 1-map advantage.